Hey guys, it's Lee from Scented with Lee, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel and to this mini mega haul unboxing. So I say mini mega haul, it's because there's a customer or an order containing customer items and my Scentsy Club, which is not insubstantial in its own right. I will do the two together, but I will do another video because one of the items in my Scentsy Club is a whiff box, which I will do a separate video on. So I was expecting these today, and I had a text message earlier off Jade excitedly telling me that UPS was here. By the time he'd left, it was probably only a split second later before she appeared on the doorstep, excitedly awaiting her bar of wax, which is in my Scentsy Club. So I have actually opened it and got it out for her so she could take it home and warm it. So, starting with the customer order, we have the Star Wars R2-D2 warmer, which projects an LED image of Princess Leia onto the wall behind it. So let me just get the rest of the stuff out of this box so that I can put this warmer back in before I drop it or do any damage to it. So when I was taking all the packing paper out, I did notice that something didn't look quite right. And when I looked, there is a bar of wax missing, which I have reported to consultant support, so they should send a replacement out. But as it was for me, it's not a major deal. So all of this first order was basically all Star Wars items. So the first item is the Mandalorian Air of Adventure scent pack. Now, if it will focus, yes. Now, the scent notes for this is silver mint like Mandalorian armour, surrounds crisp bergamot and earthy sweet geranium, while a touch of eucalyptus and bright orange zest hinted the adventures ahead. And I absolutely love this fragrance. I have a bar of it in my Scentsy Club and it's staying for the foreseeable future. And I have actually pre-ordered the excuse me, the child warmer. So that should be available to redeem in October. So should then have it not long after. And there's Hercules. I mean to say hello, hello. So then on to the rest of this order. Did have 3 bars of the dark side of the Force wax. So we have Boba Fett, Stormtrooper and Darth Vader. So the scent notes for these is, this is a really deep red, almost cherry red, I would say. So the scent notes for this is feel the power of this fully armed and operational fragrance, churning with lavender, Madagascar ginger, vetiver and agarwood. So it is quite an earthy, slightly spicy fragrance, which is obviously from the ginger. Don't get any lavender from this, but that's quite nice. And then all the new bars now seem to be having the new packaging. So then we have the light side of the Force, which is in this really nice blue. So there should have been 3 bars of this as well, but there's only 2. So the scent description for this is: feel the Force all around you, it's here, there, in the orange groves, morning mist, and even the driftwood at the ocean's edge. So this is obviously orange, morning mist, and driftwood. And this one isn't as earthy or as woody as the dark side, but again it's very nice. And it does actually say, when combined with the Star Wars dark side of the Force, Scentsy Bar, the two slowly blend to create an amazing fragrance that brings balance to the Force. In a perfect shade of Scentsy Purple, each Star Wars light side of the Force Scentsy Bar comes with one of 4 collectible labels selected at random. And yeah, they are all different. So that's the May the 4th be with you Star Wars Day release. And then on to the bigger box, which is my Scentsy Club. So we have the whiff box, which, as I said earlier, I will do a separate video on. So I will pop that to one side. And again, it's a box within a box. So no shortage of packaging here. So just pop that to one side. And nothing on back order. So Jade has already scurried in, collected her bar out of here and scurried off. So let's get all these out. So we have Disney's time limited offer, The Little Mermaid, Kiss the Girl, and this, ooh, quite interesting, because I've seen quite a few videos where people have said that this is really light. Unless it's different when it's warmed, I think this is quite strong. But then in the package, Ursula Poor Unfortunate Souls was strong, but didn't seem so strong when it was warmed. So the scent description for this is, which I thought I'd pulled it up, but I haven't. So the description for this is: enchanting strawberry, raspberry, lime and subtle waves of sea mist will make you fall head over heels. Bit trite, but it's nice enough. Looking forward to warming that one and trying that. Then I will quickly come on to the other new release one. Don't worry, I'm not going through all the scent notes for all of these. So this is Lady and the Tramp, Faithful Friends, which I'm really not sure on this one. I think for me, now I put this in my club because it sold out straight away. I'm not entirely sure whether I will be having more of it, or whether I might just have one more bar. I think it will depend how this goes when it's warmed. So the scent description for this is: luscious berries and succulent pear mixed with freesia blossom are as sweet as a faithful friend. Now, yeah, to me it's, I do get just tiniest hint of pear, which kind of reminds me a bit of the Easter collection Jumping Jelly Bean, with just a tiny hint of floral. But as I said, we'll warm that and see what it's like. Then we have Pixar's Monstropolis, so from Monsters Inc., with Mike and Sully in a gorgeous, almost lavender purple wax. Then we have one of my absolute favourites for quite a while. So in this, it's quite hard to tell colour, it's quite a bright, vibrant red. Moana's Spirit of Motunui. And this for me is just a really, it's watermelon and some form of berries. And it's a really nice, fresh, clean, tropical fragrance. Then we have Stitch Experiment 626. Now I also had Angel in my club, and upon first warming, I actually thought it was quite similar to another fragrance. There goes Hades. Thought it was quite similar to another fragrance. So as I'm trying to keep my Scentsy Club at a reasonable value, I mean, this club was £145, including the whiff box. So Angel Experiment 624, to my mind, seemed a bit too similar to Pink Sugarberry Mint for my liking. As in, it was kind of pointless having two that are very similar. So Angel went back to the experimentational lab and got removed from my club. So then we have from the Life's a Garden collection, this is Chamomile Daisy, and this one I put in my club because this one sold out pretty much straight away, and I don't dislike it. I haven't taken it out of my club yet. Again, this went in just for me to be able to get a bar. Whether it will stay in after it's been warmed, I'm not sure. If anything, it may be warmed for, or it may be in my club for one more bar possibly, and then come out. So there's that one, which is a new one. Then, as mentioned earlier, we have Mandalorian Era of Adventure Scentsy Bar, which is quite difficult to smell through these seals, but it's really nice sage colour wax. And speaking of sage colour waxes, is another one which again had this one, which I'll talk about now, has also come out of my club, because to me it wasn't completely dissimilar to Mandalorian Era of Adventure, and it is Frozen 2's Fearful or Fearless by Nature Sven. So this one, I feel that these two are quite similar. Fearless by Nature, I feel, has a bit more of a herby vibe, and this has a bit more of a minty vibe, but to me they're both very similar. As Scentsy do from time to time re-release collections, I think if this was re-released I would probably just grab another bar just as a random backstop, but it's out of my club. And then we come on to the aforementioned Pink Sugarberry Mint. Now this was one that as soon as I smelt the tester pot I was like, oh hell yes, this is going in my club forever. This to me, I think it's described as like plump raspberry, possibly strawberry, dusted with powdered sugar, I want to say, or sweetest hint of peppermint. But to me it reminds me of a very luxurious strawberry milkshake. Absolutely love this one. Then we have another Disney collection, Disney's Dumbo Circus Parade. Now this one I had considered taking it out, because the first time I warmed it I was a bit, I'm not so sure it's all that special. Jade talked me out of taking it out of my club last time. She was like, oh, warm a few more, then decide. But actually I've warmed it since, and I do really like it. So I may have one more bar after this, I think, and then take it out. But there's nothing else in my club that is like this one, so I could justify leaving it in a bit longer. We'll see. Like, my club now is every 3 months, which isn't so bad. Still works out at like £50 a month. But I don't smoke, I do drink. Warming wax is one of my vices, along with gin, rum, brandy and candles. So then we have 2 from the Disney Villains collection. So as I said before, I did take Ursula out. I kind of regretted it. I didn't regret it from the point of view that I was like, oh no, but it was kind of like, I wish I'd have one more bar of it. But rumour has it that the Disney Villains collection is being re-released by Scentsy. If that is the case, I will be grabbing a few bars. Don't think we'll be going back in my club. These 2 will also be coming out of my club now, just because out of 2 of each bars of these, I've only warmed 2 cubes in 6 months. So I think it will be, if Scentsy re-release these, I will pick up a 6-pack, 1 of each of these, and 4 bars of Ursula Poor Unfortunate Souls, and call it a day at that. So Miss Evil Queen reminds me a bit of like a warm, hearty, spiced baked apple. I do like that one, but again, there's just so many that I like that, to be honest, I don't get to warm too many of the current catalogue fragrances, because most of the ones I warm are from my Scentsy Club, which obviously there's nothing wrong with, but I do feel sometimes that I'm shortchanging customers and potential customers in my reviews, because obviously I don't review current fragrances as often as I could or should. And then we have this one, which is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. This is a nice one, but yeah, I've added some more new ones in. May's Scent of the Month, which is Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze, has also gone into my Scentsy Club because it's a bit like Pink Sugarberry Mint. I warmed it and I was like, yeah, this is also going in my club long term because it's a real powerhouse. Whereas Pink Sugarberry Mint is quite a sweet, I wouldn't even say fruity, because it's got a hint of like, it's sweet, it's creamy, it's slightly minty, but it's a powerhouse, it's strong. Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze is the same kind of punch you in the face, but it's very much a fresh tropical vibe rather than a fruity, sweet, minty vibe. So then we have from the Catching Z's collection, which is Snuglet. Now this one was probably my favourite out of the 5 bars that they did. None of them really wowed me. This one I was like, I do like it. I have this bar plus I think maybe 4 cubes in another bar. I think this will now come out of my club just because I also have 4 other bars from the Catching Z's collection, plus there's also Chamomile Daisy, which is quite appropriate for the bedroom, plus there's Lavender and Violet from the same collection. So again, there's just too many. Then we have another one which after this round I think now will come out of my club, and it's from the Disney Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack's Obsession. They also did Halloween Town, which I didn't have a chance to get, but this one I like it. It's quite light when you warm it, but it's not unpleasant. But I think now this will come out of my club. If they re-release this collection for Halloween, I will probably grab a few bars of this and Halloween Town and just leave those out of my club. Because one thing I'm discovering as time goes on as a consultant, this is only my 4th month, but Disney do tend to re-release over time some of the time limited collections. So I don't want to go overboard. And then last but not least, the one that divides the world, which is around the Campfire. And again, as I've said before, this is in the top 10 of most disliked fragrances, but for me it's a keeper. I think this is my 3rd bar so far, bearing in mind I only discovered Scentsy was in the UK in December, so in 6 months I've gone through 2 bars, and that's as well as everything else I warm on a regular basis. So that's it from my Scentsy Club. Do join me in a little short while where I will do my whiff club my whiff box unboxing. So I'm just going to clear all this wax away and crack on with that. So hopefully I will see you soon. See ya.